Hi, everybody. Thanks for being very, very flexible this week as I travel to San Antonio to do a little bit of consulting work. Actually, it is related about this topic that we're working on this week in 456, and a lot of you, and for a lot of you, it will be reviewed. So we're looking forward to it. Thanks for last week in terms of, again, your flexibility and your engagement during class. That kind of gets us started a little bit for this week as well. Think about your experiences that you had in using Osmo and Comic Life and Bubble Us, kind of the different aspects of those different applications of technology. And then when I ask the question now, integrate technology, or give me a integration idea. I think the beauty and the creativity and the innovation with technology does rest on the teacher. But I do think in most circumstances, it also has a lot to do with what you're doing in the classroom, what you're teaching, and how you're teaching it. And so this week, as the syllabus states, we are going to be looking at TPAC, technological pedagogical content knowledge. And I think for a lot of you, I know if you're in the minor, I know if you're in our LED program, should be probably ECE as well. You've probably run across TPAC because I share it in the course that I teach, and others share it as well. But as we start, I want to kind of ground you in that idea of technology, or TPAC, excuse me, before we move forward. So with this flipped lesson, what I'd like to do is kind of give you an introduction on how you get through it, and then I'll turn you loose. So what we'll do is when you enter the course, go into the course content, and then the weekly course materials. And as you can see, I have September 9th, the flipped classroom, kind of all ready for you. So although it says on the screen there it's not available, I will have it available for you. What I do with these is I do kind of guide you through them. So I guess what I would call this is a scaffold for flipped learning. And with that, I kind of want you to go through this piece by piece, okay? And maybe you've done the readings already, but you could go back and review them or however you want to do them. But start obviously with this video. So this video will give you that introduction to take through. So you probably are doing that. Then after you get done with that video, what I've made available here for you is just the article that you already that's already available for you in the course readings. We won't be working with the textbook this week, just the two other articles that I have assigned for you. Then the third thing here is it's a video by actually Punya Mishra, who wrote the article that you just read or are reading, and he gives a really nice synopsis of TPAC and kind of his thoughts about what teachers need to know related to technology and just in general. And so Punya, he talks really fast. You may want to watch this one a couple times, but he's so, he designed the framework along with his colleague Matt Kohler. So he gets it, he knows how it works, and he kind of put together here a thought piece on technology. So watch that. And then what I would like you to do, this is probably the more complicated part of the lesson, but also kind of illustrates how, even though we aren't together for class, how can we put you together so that you have to work together? And so what I've done is, number one, I have put you into groups for brainstorming TPAC. Okay, oops, that's nothing. I'll take that.
Do an introduction to the TPAC framework.
I'll take that link out. But here's the brainstorm list. I hope I have everybody assigned If I don't for some reason, just join a group. That's perfectly okay, but I think I have everybody accounted for there. Your name is in color, in a specific color, because you're going to brainstorm lists together. So you guys, I'm not doing a count on this, right? But what I just want to do is make sure everybody was engaged in the brainstorming. So probably the later you get to that list, probably the worse, because everybody will have kind of brainstormed ideas. But I think you can always keep contributing more. I think it will be good at any point in time, even if after you've brainstormed, make sure you go back and check and see what your colleagues have been doing. You guys will be working with sheets, okay? So here are the groups, 6 groups, and then after, this is kind of the assignment. Notice I say that you have to have the brainstorm list done by Sunday at 9 o'clock. You guys, it is a random due date, but I feel like, you know, if you wait too long, you have a little bit of an assignment to do before Wednesday night. And so I don't want to push people back. Some people want to have this done. You can talk within your group members. You can, you know, have them done by Friday or whatever. But, you know, get that done so that you can finish the lesson before Wednesday night. So after your assignment, you will have these sheets in Google. So I'm working in Google Docs here. I'm going to bring this up here. And if you're in group 1, okay, you just start brainstorming here, okay? And maybe, if I can type here, literacy content, one of the things that we have to teach is comprehension, okay? Literacy pedagogy. What I mean by this is, what methods are used to teach literacy? So think about different methods. You know, maybe there's word walls, literacy groups, you know, there's whole class literature study, you know, there's all kinds of different things. And then over here, all you do is list technology, and you can list hardware, software, whatever. That can be pretty exhaustive, okay, and that list will probably grow. But just put your different things down on there. Notice that each one will be associated with a number to the left, no matter whether it's literacy content, literacy pedagogy, or technology. And take note of that because that comes up a little bit later. But notice if you're in group 1, you click on the group 1 tab. If you're on group 4, you click on the group 4, group 6, and so forth. And then if you would, put your names, list your names there on the right. You can put them in color or whatever. Again, you guys, I just put those colors in there. You can use any color you want. I just want to be able to go in and know that several people contributed to this, not just one person for the whole group, okay? So that's kind of the TPAC game. And then before you leave this area, I want you to go into the random number generator. And on this one, you can find number generators all over the web, okay? And I'm not really, you know, I'm not so interested in the text on this page, but what I want you to do is when you see your list, I want you to go in and I want you to get 3 numbers from this. I'm using the random generator, number generator, just so that you can kind of see how it works too. But let's say your group had about 45, okay? So your numbers range from, actually it's 2 to 45 because line 1 I took for headings. You just say get number, okay, there's 4. So you write down 4, 25, and 18, okay? And then you would go back into your TPAC game, and whatever literacy content is on 4, I think I had 24, so this one, and then 18. And then I want you to remember those, okay? So write down your numbers, go back to your game, and find the different things that were listed under those numbers that were given to you from the random generator. Now, some of you might have 2 to 75, okay? But just kind of get those 3 numbers, okay? Then you're done with this area, so you can go back up to week 3. There's one more after you play the game. There's one more article called Grounded Technology or Grounded Tech Integration. That's by 2 authors that I'm close colleagues with as well, Judy Harris and Mark Hofer. They're at William and Mary. And they came up with this concept of grounded tech integration. It works off of TPAC, but it's their thoughts on if teachers would plan this way, they would be probably more successful in using technology. So I kind of want you to read that article and get your take on that and see what you think about it. Their planning article will help us in now moving forward with our lesson plan in 456. So we'll start thinking about that a little bit more, probably starting next week, okay? Then the last thing that you do with this lesson is the exit ticket. And the exit ticket will be linked to, this is a Google form, and all I want you to do is just fill this out. It has some questions. Notice that you have to talk about those 3 items that you come up with and kind of build on those ideas, and some questions related to what you read and what you did for this week. So I'm hoping that you will find this as beneficial or just as beneficial for even though we aren't together. I think it will help me in you guys kind of engaging in the content and really getting to know what we're talking about, and especially as we move forward with TPAC and grounded tech integration. So you guys, if you have any questions at all, I hope this was helpful. And but if you have any questions, please get a hold of me. Probably at this point, it would be best by email. But if you have anything else, let me know. Also, I'm going to get caught up with that grading now, and we should be good to go next week. So I look forward. We'll be in class next week, just as usual at 5:10, and I look forward to seeing you then. Okay. Hope the Cyclones have a good weekend on the field as well. So you guys enjoy the week, and we'll see you next week.